Meet Virat. He has the kind of life most people aim for: a sprawling modern home, a successful business, and a comfortable, predictable routine. Everything is perfectly stable. Then the stability cracks. He's standing in his brightly lit bathroom, shaving, when the razor slips. He splashes water on his face, looks up, and sees a dark, twisted silhouette standing right behind him in the glass. The terrifying anomalies escalate quickly. A simple glass of drinking water suddenly looks like thick blood. His meals are ruined by a constant, metallic bitterness coating his tongue. Soon, the peripheral tricks turn into a direct threat. A towering 10-foot-tall black figure begins stalking him around his own property. To anyone else watching, this looks exactly like a rapid psychological collapse. The victim is entirely isolated because no one else can see the monster in the room. Hoping for a rational explanation, Virat heads to a clinic. His wife Mira accompanies him, aggressively dismissing every symptom he describes as pure hallucination. She insists his mind is entirely to blame. The test results come back flawless. Virat's physical health is perfect, but the doctor notes his sheer panic and quietly suggests something medical science can't quantify. Virat might be the target of a dark, supernatural attack. That night, the 10-foot shadow steps forward and holds up 3 sharp fingers. The message is unmistakable. Virat has exactly 3 days left before the entity cuts his throat. Virat is fighting a two-front war. On one side, an invisible entity closing in for the kill. On the other, his own wife, actively blocking his attempts to find the unconventional help the doctor recommended. Running out of time, Virat leaves his wife behind and drives toward the Meghalaya-Myanmar border. He navigates a treacherous path deep into isolated fog-heavy forests to find the Konyak tribe, a community known for handling unexplainable afflictions. He never even makes it to their village gates. Tribal scouts ambush him in the thick brush, landing a blow dart in his neck that instantly knocks him unconscious. He wakes up surrounded by the Konyak people. Their leader steps forward to inspect him in silence. The leader grabs Virat's wrist, his gaze narrowing on the heavy metal kata gifted by Balraj. He recognizes the metal as the vessel for the curse, the physical point of entry for the shadow stalking Virat. Supernatural assassinations rely heavily on proximity. The shadowy entity needs a physical anchor, a Trojan horse invited freely into the victim's space to bridge the gap between worlds. The tribe identifies the curse as Maran Kriya. It is a highly targeted, systematic death spell designed to slowly and painfully drain a person's life force. This diagram shows the mechanics. The tainted bracelet is a direct tether, locking the entity onto Virat and feeding his energy back. Magical lethal energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be forcefully redirected back to whoever cast it. The tribal leader initiates an intense counter-ritual. He takes the removed bracelet and a crude doll, twisting the doll's limbs to violently sever the original connection and initiate the reversal process. The only way to survive a supernatural hit is to force a karmic reflection. You don't cure the illness, you turn the death spell into a boomerang aimed straight at the assassin. Virat drives back to his affluent, quiet home. For the first time in weeks, the oppressive weight is gone. The shadows are empty. He walks through the front door and finds a gruesome scene. His wife Mira and his best friend Balraj are lying together on the floor, their bodies rapidly decaying. They are enduring the exact physical agony originally meant for him. With her final breaths, Mira confesses everything. The haunting was a calculated hit orchestrated by her and Balraj, using the gifted bracelet to slowly kill Virat and inherit his vast business empire. Once the tribal leader reversed the curse, Mira and Balraj felt the immediate backlash. They panicked and sought out another dark magic practitioner to save themselves, but their frantic interference only accelerated their own gruesome demise. The true horror here lies in the invisible greed of trusted loved ones. The ultimate karmic law dictates that those who weaponize dark forces are inevitably consumed by the very traps they set.